Hey everyone. I've been thinking about, on the subject of fate, destiny, and free will, and parallel universes, and simulation reality. Okay, well, I was watching a video, and the guy was talking about how, it's simulated reality. Well, he kept saying, you need to get out of the game. It's like, no, you don't need to get out of the game. I mean, in a sense of like, because you'll get really depressed if you think that you're just this person in this body that you look at, and what people perceive who you are and what you've been through, and that can kind of be depressing sometimes, if you don't know who you are behind everything that you see. So, get out in that sense and recognize that you're a star, creating reality, images all around, and you do need to understand that, see that, so say, there's something with understand and understanding, but see that. So it just makes it more, I don't know, you just see how things work, and how you can have fun instead of freaking out that this is it, or this is me, or only this body. You don't want to technically get out. It's good to notice who you are, which you can do that by meditating and get all the answers that you need from anything from within. So, but yeah, to get out of what they say, the game. Nah, that's probably a bad way to say it, people start thinking to take themselves out in some kind of fucked up way, which there's no need for. Especially if you can create and change reality all the time. Parallel universes kind of scared me at first. Everything that comes to me at first, I get worried or a little fearful of. I let my mind tackle it, because you can get afraid and be like, okay, does that mean I'm not me anymore, and the people are not them? Because I see these changes and these different things. Some people have more intense changes that happen, which would seem very, very drastic. People or places or things change. I've seen lots of changes, but some are drastic, but not as like people. I know that we continually are us. It's just, things, variables can change, outcomes can change depending on which way you go. Because you're you in all the parallel universes. It's always you, and it's always them, so there's no need to be afraid of that. not like all of a sudden it's these weird things. Instead of someone else, it's someone else. No, it's always the same person. I'm not always the same person. It's just, I guess, what we decide to live, how we decide to live, which way we can go. Like I said, with fate and destiny and free will, there's so many outcomes, like probably an infinite amount of outcomes and ways you can choose to go. And like I said, in a way, you of course still have free will because of that, but since we do calculate everything down to everything, like, it's still destiny, fate, in a way that we choose this way to go. You know, the whole Mandela thing, where, you know, people remember him dying in jail and then prison, and then later there's a deal where he dies in, I think, 2014. It's a little strange, you know, how that works. It is. And, you know, our movies saying different things than what they said before. It's like, I kind of liked it that way of, you know, how things were said before. It's like, especially, you know, the big one with Darth Vader of, Luke, I am your father. Now it's just, I am your father, or something like that. It doesn't say it the same way as before. And it's like, it's never been that way. Or like cereals or places. The food, the cereal that blows my mind is the Captain Crunch, and now it's Cap'n Crunch. Like, everything's kind of changed, like, more slang, I guess, like, I don't know, the vocab seems strange. I don't know, like, has gone down or something. But, yeah, there's so many examples of the quantum effects, or what some people recognize as Mandela effects. Because Mandela was like a big one that a lot of people noticed. I guess we just pick different, I don't know, like timelines, or, you know, the parallel universes. Just pick different ways to go. I mean, with understanding a lot with quantum physics, variables, or it's not like, I mean, it's like anything could change at any time. I mean, it could be like a whole different thing. It's just like with the ball, you bouncing the ball on the floor, and all of a sudden the ball goes through the floor that time. And then might pop back up on the other side somewhere else. Things like that do happen. It doesn't mean it's anything bad or scary or demonic. It's just more that's how this reality works. Because we can create images, we can create the world around us, so you can, I mean, anything's possible. And so it just makes it very cool. And you know that you're like a star hosting a body that is eternal and immortal, it never dies. Doesn't mean that the creations and things that we see won't die. You can't be too in love with that. But it is fun and amazing that we can do things like this and be able to really feel it. I mean, you can make yourself to where you don't feel things. You can make it to where a lot of things, you know. But it is really cool to feel stuff. And people more want to feel things when they're more in control of their life. take more responsibility for themselves, and where they're at and what they're doing, instead of blaming everyone else all the time, and more focusing, going, I'm deciding to do this, not because, this person told me to do this, or, I feel like I have to do this, or, it's like, nah, you can really just do what you want. Of course, you want to remember the law of harming no one, because then you could have that seriously backlash against you. The karma and all. I mean, there's good karma and bad, and it's all for showing us things and lessons, learning and growing. But yeah, I just wanted to say, don't be afraid of the parallel universes, and noticing things like that. I just think when you start noticing things like that, you're looking at the bigger picture, and you're getting higher in a sense of if you know how something works, then you know how to play with it even more. So just think of it like that. There's no need to get out of what people say, get out of the game. Yeah, you want to face that you're not just this thing that you're looking at. I mean, you could be many things. But yeah, don't think that you're just this one physical human being. That's definitely not it. But we are real, and we do love, we do care, and we are passion and creativity and all of that. But no, I guess I wanted to come on and talk about parallel universes, because I've been looking more into that, and time, and how to mess with things like that. The more you go into things like that, you're more going towards, like, getting your mind right for being able to change things at even a higher level. Where they talk about time travel, and I'm still trying to figure out how that one works. Teleportation, I think I can wrap my mind around that one, but it's still, I guess, something that I kind of fear in a way of, like, because you gotta really break things down, and you gotta not be scared of, like I said, some stuff. People, we want to believe that we're just this body. We're not. I know that. So there's so much more. And I do fear things, but so when you do fear things, you just research it, understand it more, meditate, understand it more, and then you won't be afraid of it. And there's no really reason to be afraid of things, but of course you can only take so much information at a time and changes at a time. I like to change, I like to keep going, and I like to go fast, and I like to go hard, and I like to be intense. I like things intense. I like things just fun, adventurous. And I love mysteries, and I love the unknown, which is really, technically, it's not unknown, it's known, but you just gotta tap into it. So, well, my family out there, I love you all. Mortal Star family forever. Have fun. Don't be afraid of anything. There's no need for it. Go after what you want to do. And I know what I want to do. I mean, I go back and forth of, like, you know, not being sure of what I want to do, but the path and things that I do or look into, that's what I want to do. That's obviously what I want to do, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Play with the Matrix instead of the Matrix seeming it's against you in some kind of way. I mean, because it's not just me here, it's all of us, and we all play a part. I can't make people do anything, and I don't want to. I just want to be in control of myself and what I want to do. Everybody else do whatever else they want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless it's harming someone, then that's going to come back on then, and that's not really my problem. That'll be your problem at that time. And it's just like when I do the same thing. We all have karma and lessons that we have to deal with. It's just interesting. I like to put things together, and I know exactly how it works. A friend of mine the other day was like, you know, and sometimes we don't need to know every little detail of, like, you know, because I was kind of freaking out a little bit about the parallel universes. It's like, there's something fucked up about it, but it's really not, you know. Like I said, we're always still us, and it just means we've decided to go a different way. It doesn't mean anything bad. And like you said, the changes in the way in the future when we're in a different realm or doing something else, stuff ain't gonna matter then anyway. I mean, it's nice to know things, history and stuff like that, and if there's some details that change way in the great future, it's not really gonna matter. It really won't. You'll be doing something else. So, okay. Well, I love you all unconditionally. Hugs and kisses. Bye.